to her. She was waving at you. I'm like, we're no longer together. Why should I wave?
It's so bad because like, but I don't even want there to be like any ill will.
Yeah, that'll
like,
wear off. It'll wear off.
It just is what it is, and at this point, like I'm just moving on, and
yeah,
like I just
link into the page.
No. I like that. Years ago, I went to a doctor's appointment. Forgot my ex-wife is at the same doctor.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was awkward. Especially when I'm in the office and I get an email. It's a billing from her to send it to my email.
Yeah.
Like I'm standing in front of her. Right when they sent the email. I guess she was getting ready to leave the office. Mm-hmm. Awkward.
See, and that's the thing is like people are like, how are you? How's it like? I'm actually reasonably content with what things are. If I need some companionship, it's not that hard. It's not. But I look at a relationship in whole and I'm just like, I don't know if I have that energy.
I've been with my girlfriend 10 years tomorrow.
Hey, Richard, can you go into Wild World of Bells and share the link into Andy's group? And
not going to put a ring on it?
Which the one that's on
I put Wild World of Bells.
Oh, okay.
You can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Go to YouTube.
I'm twice divorced. I'm not doing it again.
Hey, my uncle 8 divorces.
No, before no.
And this man will marry some really out of his league. He married the daughter of the founder of Amtrak. Screw that up. He married a postmaster. He's married some well-to-do people, and it's just no. Hey, Mark, I'm gonna plug that raffle, see if we can get it done today, man. We're 4 or 5 people away.
Yeah, I already told Nick I would do that. Welcome to the show.
But New Year's was, man, I had to work.
Yeah.
So I can't even drink because what happens is for I work warehouse, we work food distribution. So they'll load all the trucks the night before, then we're closed that day. So every 2 or 3 hours, I got to drive back and forth to the warehouse, check all the trailer temps, and make sure that everything is holding temp and there's no issues.
Yeah.
So there's no drinking, there's no nothing. So I'm sitting here last night, I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? Dude, pizza is amazingly expensive now. Good pizza. I'm not talking Little Caesars. I bought a good pizza, just a good medium pizza, nothing crazy. That thing with the 2-liter soda was $50.
Wow.
I'm like, need to move. I was looking at a Fort Worth area.
Mm-hmm.
Was looking at that area kind of because my kid's gonna be 18 in 2 years, so ain't got a whole lot of time left to keep me down. Unless I can land me one of these Krugers on Tinder, bro, that already got a house and and just put me on the deed and I'm good to go. I got you.
I'm not getting married ever again.
No, I will not. I will never do that again.
Twice was enough.
How long were your 2 marriages combined?
My first one was 3 years. The second one was 17 years.
So you're about the number I am. 22. I was 22 years.
Yeah.
I'm
I didn't think I was going to make it to 20. I didn't think I was going to make it to 15 on my second one.
But can you imagine how, dude? We're in
My first
2026,
marriage was
bro.
my fault, though. My first marriage was my fault.
Go back to Ben Walker in boot camp and think it's 2026 now.
We are going to start the show.
Uh-oh.
Let's do this, kids.
Happy New Year, everybody. The Podcast Mafia is live or streaming worldwide. You're watching Span the Globe, part of the DAB Network. And we are sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Bet with Leathering.
Stanky leather.
And by Ashley Souther Designs. And the DAB Network also hosts a Double Dropkick podcast. Be sure you check them out, as well as the Broadcast. 2 great shows. A lot of great content there. So
Should be having another show Tuesday, by the way. Broadcast. Check it out.
awesome.
Need to get Matt Riddle to do the entrance to that.
Yeah. Bro, there you go. Yeah. So my name is Mark Maggard. I'm your host, and do not adjust your set. We have I almost said step host, I mean guest host tonight. To my left and your right, Mr. Richard Ward, aka the Warden.
What's up, everybody? Happy New Year.
Down below me from Championship Bet Brothers, Mr. Ben Walker.
What's going on? Happy New Year, everyone.
And our guest host for this evening, Ethan Thompson, Big Easy.
Big Easy in
From the broadcast. Andy is on assignment. He's actually on vacation with his family, and we'll hopefully get some pictures. He's going to Hogan's Big Shop. We're going to try.
He's on a secret location. He's on a secret mission from God.
Undisclosed.
He's incognito.
Batcave.
Yeah, I think that was her name. Cognito.
I just threw something out there. Batcave.
Batcave. There you go. There you go. Batcave. So let's get back on the rails here. Let's check out our viewers. Mr. Wrestling Bonkers, hello.
What's up, Bonkers? Happy New Year, bud.
Mr. Kirk Hall.
Kirk, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
What is
Cuddles,
up?
howdy.
The birdie.
Woke up right before the ball dropped.
That's what
Hope
she
he made
said.
it to the toilet. Mr. Chris Trains.
That happens every day.
Yeah.
What up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
You're number one in our book as well. Thank you so
That's
much.
another fantastic individual, Chris, man. I wake up to some nice messages, man. He's so uplifting, dude. Like, no joke.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good guy. Great guy. Mr. Noor.
More.
Sorry for the delay. Glad to have you watching, as usual, from Malaysia. They hit several hours before we did over here. So, but
Wow.
You're from Noor. Chris says hello, Ethan. Oh, by the way, hello, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
I just saying hi, Lisa, now because it's just the better half. You got to just say it to the better half.
Yep.
How's
And my
it?
nose is I'm still having issues with my nose, guys. Sorry, but I'm also
It's all
recovering.
that Colombian Bam Bam.
There you go.
No. You got that? You got that scroll, Mark?
Huh?
You got that scroll?
No, I deleted it during the credits. It's not booger sugar, no.
Oh man.
Ben, I should have made a bet.
I know, right? Hey, you know what though? Rest in peace to the global title. It's going
Yep.
away.
That's right. Yeah. JT, hello.
They're killing another belt, another
What's up,
championship.
JT?
I don't understand how New Japan kills championships like that.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, $10 is $10.
That's what she said.
That's right. $12 for a pizza. That's not bad. Happy New Year.
What's up,
Jim
Jim?
Lees. Nick
Hey.
Carnivale from Big
What's
Boys
up,
Bills.
bro? Hope you feel
What up,
better.
brother?
I'm wearing a jacket tonight because it's a little chilly in here. Even though we were actually down in 20s and 30s the last couple of days, but it's got up in the 50s and 60s today.
Mark, your mic
So-
is on point tonight. The dog's underneath you, right?
No, he's in the.
Oh,
Way
I can
over
hear him
there.
from across the room.
He's drinking water.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I'm not alone tonight. My wife is home tonight, so the dogs will be at bay except for the drinking water. So if you hear noise, and I'm wearing a different microphone tonight. I'm using my webcam microphone because my docking station keeps disconnecting the USB port for the wireless microphone. So I gotta get a new docking station. So if you hear this weird sound like I'm in a echo chamber, that's why. And my laptop microphone keeps cutting out for some reason. They can hear me, but I hear myself cutting out, and I couldn't stand that. So I'll bet it is.
So
It
it's
is.
Michigan.
Yeah. They were cold in the bowl game too.
Love that cool weather. We got
Yeah.
some of it,
Man, it's
Yeah.
cold in Michigan in the summer, okay?
right?
So I went with my wife out of town this last weekend. I ended up with a stomach virus, lost 9 pounds in about a 3-4 day period. I won't go into detail as to how I lost that 9 pounds. Let's put it this way. I would not be the popular guy at the Blue Oyster Bar. So
Well, we heard we heard you got to buy a new toilet now.
yeah.
Times like this, you wish you had a bidet, don't you? All that wiping. You're probably a little chafed right now. You know, you're probably going to have to use a little lube.
I'm sitting on a donut right now.
I'm just saying, think about it.
No, I've gained 2 pounds back, so I'm back where I should be. But man,
That's the worst.
I've never had a virus hang on that long. Why is it still beeping?
That's worse though. That's the worst.
It sucked. But I'm back on the mend, so we had a good
I
time.
just
Went
have
to go
one.
through-
I just have
What's
one
that?
question. Did you have
What's
to
that?
learn how to walk afterwards?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I think our viewership's going to be a little bit down tonight because there's some bowl games going on. That's fine. They'll catch the replay.
Yeah, there's a lot of bowl games on tonight and the
Yeah.
other night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Sounds like Mark's been playing a lot of bowl games himself.
Yeah. But I tell you what, the one thing about being laid up in bed for a couple days, I got to catch up on Tulsa King.
Oh yeah. Good show.
I got to catch up on the last 2 seasons, so I'm all caught up now.
Show. He plays
Good
the
show.
perfect mafia guy.
He does.
I'm
Here's a
still the
stupid thing.
I'm still the landman homer.
Landman's great too. But here's the stupid thing about Tulsa King. They moved the production from Tulsa to Georgia because the heat in Oklahoma was too much for Sylvester Stallone. So when they're showing exterior scenes of Tulsa, during between scenes, they have these overhead shots of the skyline, this and that. He made a trip in one episode to the state capitol to get his liquor license restored. It was the Georgia state capitol. It wasn't even
Oh,
Oklahoma capitol.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what?
All right.
I'm unfamiliar with Tulsa King. Sell me on it. What is?
He is a lieutenant, I guess, in a mafia family in New York. He spent 25 years in prison. He took the fall for somebody else. He gets out of
Say a word. Yeah.
the family, sends him to Tulsa to start operations out there. He starts making some bucks, and now they're not liking it. They're kind of envious of his success, and they're trying to cut in on it. So that's the gist of it. But he's getting into some other stuff, and
The first season, the first 2 episodes had me hooked.
yeah. Him coming out of the airport the first time in Tulsa and that grasshopper jumping on him was. I won't go into detail, but it is a family show. But why is it
Good.
still beeping?
Good series, man.
It is a great series, great series. So if you haven't watched it, be sure you do that. And Landman as well. So we start every week with a belt of the week, and I shot this video like I normally do on my phone, but I used a gimbal. But I edited the video a different way because I was having some issues with the software I normally use, and I was doing some other kind of video editing. I thought, well, I might try it with this way. So I used iMovie. So I'm gonna put this up here real quick and show you the belt of the week. But let's do the intro first, shall we? As soon as I find it, should be right here at the top. Nope,
That's not it.
that's not it. That's not it. Oh, there it is. Found it. So this is our belt of the week. I featured this before, but it's been a while. It is my 10 pounds of silver by Unique Championship Belts. It's got a stacked, well, I'll get to that in a minute. There's my leather. This is not my best leather finish. For some reason, the leather didn't take the finish very well, so I'm going to end up redoing this at some point in time. This one has the silver grommets. I think some versions of this, because it had paint to begin with, it lost paint over time, had black paint on the grommets, but I think it eventually wore off over time. That is a stacked piece where that flag is. A lot of makers make it without the stack piece. I didn't know I had a stack piece till I saw an interview with Dave Milliken that had showed the original. So I ordered it. I've had 2 or 3 versions of this belt. This was modeled after the 10 pounds of gold, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Now the spacing of the grommets between the side plates and the outer side plate there are all the way out instead of closer together. Like the original, there's an American flag. I always put that on U.S. and American titles.
Yeah, it does.
There's the backing. I got it nice and tight there in the back because you can see the backs of the snaps sticking through. Unique did a really good job with this. This is standard definition of etching, by the way. Always proud of my backings. But I'm gonna redo this one,
bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna end up redoing this because I'm not very happy with that finish. There's a curve of the main plate right there. A close up of some of the lacing there. You see the stacked piece there. Sorry. There it is. And this was originally painted red and blue. And over time it wore off. So very nice belt by Unique Championship Belts.
Yeah, it probably was cold though, right?
Yeah, it was cold. Yeah, it was. Whoops, what am I doing? Almost deleted my own video. There we go. Okay. A lot of you guys in the hold on a second. I gotta catch up on these. Happy New Year, Mendoza.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it has that worn look. I get that, but I like the flat finish better. It's nice and smooth, but I'm not going to re-leather it immediately. I'll give it some thought, but that's my plan. Maurice Buckner, hello.
What's up, Maurice? What's going on, man?
I did. I'm sorry.
Happy New Year.
I did. That was his belt selfie. I'm glad he brought this up. That was smooth backing. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna limit you guys' comments because once you get going, it gets out of control. But
I can't control the comments.
Stick it for hour 2.
Yeah, wait for hour 2.
Hour 2. Yeah. So I had a belt selfie post yesterday for my World of Belts for New Year's Eve, just for fun, and a lot of you participated. Really enjoyed that. But I started off with my own, and I had this picture. I don't have the picture. I forgot to load it up of me with this green screen back here, and didn't have a background or anything like it. It was just green screen. I posted it with me in my Ribera jacket and my NWA Don't Glow. So I had a little fun with ChatGPT to try to add a backing to, or a background to the picture. So I found a picture of the inside of the Ribera restaurant over in Tokyo, Japan. And I put a picture of it on the left, and my picture, my selfie on the right, and I told ChatGPT, put the guy in the picture on the right into, well, let me show you the background first. Here's the background picture I wanted. That's the background picture. Look at everything on the wall there. See a lot of pictures there. And I said, take my picture, the guy on the right, put him in this picture. So here's what ChatGPT did. They put me in the picture on the wall.
It reminds me of that movie where the guy puts himself anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Which
it's
is
like
funny.
vintage, like Tom Cruise, like
Yeah.
he's going to fly a jet. Like,
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I started over, put the same two pictures up, and I said, no, take the guy on the right-hand side and put him in the foreground of the picture on the left. So it does this. It strips the wall and takes the guy out of the picture and puts him in front of me.
Mark's like, I'm going to get some ice cream.
Yeah. Actually, Nick, I'm going to try to do that. I didn't think I ran ChatGPT, the free version. You only get so many tries a day. So I ran out of opportunities. So yeah, I'm an extra. Yeah. So that's funny too. And it also dropped my arm there. You can see my arm is kind of way down there. I got a really long bicep. So I thought, okay, ChatGPT is not understanding me. And then a light bulb went off my head. I thought, no, I'm not understanding how ChatGPT works. So what I reversed roles. I said, no, okay, take the picture on the left, make it the background of the picture on the right. Here's the final product. Perfect.
Perfect.
But I think I'm going to add the picture of me in the picture in the background, the background of this picture.
Some would say that's marvelous right there.
I'd say it's stanky.
Stanky. Scratch and sniff sticker. I mean,
Yeah.
See,
I
look,
don't
those
know.
noses, that stanky ass leather.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But anyway, I love that picture. It's a great picture. So had a lot of fun with it. So I want to thank everybody in the group that contributed to that. Some of you submitted more than one picture. That's fine. Chris Rains posted his selfie in a separate post, but he messaged me and said, "Hey, I don't know how to put it in the comments. Can you help me out here?" So yeah, so I posted on his behalf, and so it
that's
worked
cool.
out. Yeah, it worked out. So let me remove these pictures. So our main topic of the evening for hour number one, which may end up going into hour number two, are wrestling tragedies, notable wrestling
What's up,
tragedies,
Phil?
and how they. Hello, Phil.
That's the second location.
location. Oh, I didn't know they
Oh,
had
he
two
should
locations.
know he was at both of them.
Okay,
Cool.
that's on my bucket list. Oh, by the way, there's a guy in some of the groups. His name is Haruo Nakamura, who posts a lot of Japanese belts. I guess he's from Tokyo. He saw that selfie picture. He said, "Are you in Japan?" Which kind of tells you how realistic ChatGPT can make this stuff.
Oh yeah.
He was going to take me out to dinner there, so it's on my bucket list. I'd like to go out there.
My niece actually just got back. They did the whole Mario Kart thing down through the city and the whole bit.
Yeah.
She said she's like I want to move there.
Awesome.
I hear it's a
actually-
cool place to go.
I actually got something cool for Christmas, but I'll show that later on.
Yeah, ask that question again, second hour, CJ. So our main topic is notable wrestling tragedies and how they impacted the sport or the industry or whatever you want to call the business. And most of these tragedies we're going to bring up probably involve a death. Some of them do not. However, they ended up with a death. But some of these tragedies, the circumstances that did not involve death still had an impact on wrestling. We'll get to those. So let me pull my list up here. We'll get started. I'll load the picture after we get to talking about them. Our first person, and I'm going to start with the first couple of them, and it's the first wrestling death I was ever familiar with. This was David Von Erich in World Class. Let me find my pictures. Here we go. Where are you at, David? David Von Erich, of course, a big part of the Von Erich family. The first family member to pass away. Well, I'll say that his older brother Jackie passed away at the age of 6. Oops. There we go. Oh, okay. So I did there. Okay. So David, had enjoyed success in the ring. He was phenomenal. He was great on the microphone, great in the ring. He didn't have the body his brothers had. He didn't have the Adonis style body. He just had every guy's body. He was tall. He was 6'7", I think. He was known as the Yellow Rose of Texas, and he was at the height of World Class's popularity at that time when in February of 1984, he was found dead in his hotel room in Tokyo while on a tour of Tokyo, Japan. Yeah, it did. I don't know if it's family curse as much as it was just one of those things where it's just a domino effect.
Well, but this is kind of off the wall question. I know I'm going to give this to you, Mark, because I know you're big on that. But I mean, can you, in any way try to hypothesize? Let's pretend these tragedies never happened and the Von Erich's curse didn't. I mean, can you imagine the flow of wrestling and how it would change? Like the whole Von Erich clan doing what they're doing without the tragedies, and would there be a Ric Flair? Would there be these certain guys?
Well, I was actually thinking about that. I've always believed this. My own opinion of this is that Ric Flair would not have had the longevity he had as a world champion had a lot of these tragedies not happened, because a lot of these tragedies involved someone who was rumored to have been in line for that title. David was the first one among that list of people that was rumored to be getting a shot at the world title. Harley Race said it. Ric Flair said it. Several people that are in the business have said this. Now, has it been officially confirmed? No. But he was on a run for the world title at the time of his death. He had just had a match with Ric Flair over Christmas. Ric Flair got himself disqualified by hitting David in the head with the ringside microphone and got himself disqualified, even though he tried to disqualify himself before. And before in that match, David Manning said, "We're not having that. You're not doing that." Finally, he drew blood with the microphone, and Dave Manning had the end of the match. So there was another match coming. I think he could have held the title. I think he would have been a good champion. He was a great heel. He spent some time in Florida as a heel. Him and Kerry went over there. Now, Kerry was not a very good heel.
No.
He was not good on the microphone. Was not good on the microphone at all. But as a heel, he was even worse on the microphone.
My only experience with Kerry was Texas Tornado.
Yeah.
And I would have never, as a kid, like I didn't know there was dirt sheets. I didn't know all the insider stuff. So, I didn't know until an adult that he didn't have a foot. And that blew me away because I used to enjoy him, man. I remember the Survivor Series, Ultimate Warrior, Demolition, Texas Tornado, that whole bit. And I'm just like, I think about it now. I'm like, thinking about what that man went through with one foot.
Yeah.
That's just wild to me.
Yeah. Now I knew something was up with that boot, but I always thought it was like a brace that they inserted inside the boot because the boot looked different. The ankle had no form to it. I knew that the boot was different, but I had no idea until years later that he had lost a foot.
Yeah, I never knew until the movie.
Oh, I knew the years before because there's an interview with Fritz that he said after Kerry passed away that it was a prosthetic foot.
And then when he became the Texas Tornado, I didn't know that he was wrestling with the prosthetic and everything else. I didn't know that.
CJ, yes, Kerry did take the title from Flair. And I will get to that. Because of this death, now, and I'll come back to the circumstance around the death. That happened in February. On May 6th, 1984, they held a David Von Erich Memorial card at Texas Stadium in this Dallas Cowboys' former home, and Kerry Von Erich pinned Ric Flair for the world title. That was done as a favor to Fritz to allow Kerry to do this in honor of David. And of course, we all know about a month or just under a month later, over in Tokyo, Flair took the title back. So it's supposedly because Kerry missed some matches because of drug abuse. Now, I don't know if that's true or not because somebody's put some schedules up of him after he won the title and he made every one of them. So I don't know. That's speculation. But back to David, he went up there. I think it was the first or second day of the tour. He was in the hotel, didn't come down and get on the bus. So Joe Higuchi, who is the promoter over there, and a referee, got on the bus, said, "Hey, I need some guys to go with me. We can't find David." So they broke in the door, found him laying on his bed. Obviously, they tried to perform CPR, but he was long gone. And the official cause of death was acute enteritis, which is an inflammation of the intestines. His intestines got inflamed, they swelled up, they burst, and he bled internally, which stopped his heart, caused heart failure. The common theory is it was drug abuse. It was an overdose. Now, you can't change an official cause of death, especially over in Japan. And I don't know whether they did the autopsy over there or over here. I don't know. But it's awful hard to change a government document certifying a death. So he had been having stomach problems. Kevin even said he wasn't feeling good. I told him, don't die when you go over there. He said, I'm not going to die. I want to go over there. But he went over there, and they said they all love sushi. Sushi is not good for enteritis. It makes it worse. He drank sake. They like sake over there, and probably led to the intestines getting worse. They said if he just went to the doctor before he left and took some pills, he'd have been fine. But back then, you wrestled through the pain. So, absolutely, yeah. I remember that pizza commercial, Pizza Inn. Yep. But Wild Bill Irwin, wasn't he with the Long Riders? Wasn't that their tag team at one time? Him and his brother, Scott?
Yeah.
Scott Irwin?
Oh, yeah.
He claims to have been the last person to see David alive. They went to Rye Bear Steakhouse, said that David was a purger. He would eat, cause himself throw up, and then go eat some more. And said they went to Rye Bear. He went to the bathroom, purged, came back, ate some more, and they were all full. So he went to the room with David, talked to David for a few minutes. David said, I'm going to call my wife. Bill said, okay. He closed the door and left him there. And Bill said when they found him the next morning, he was laying on the bed next to the phone. And he said he was laying where I saw him last night. So I don't know. But it was really tragic. It was a big deal back then. The funeral, I think there was thousands of people that attended. The church was full. They had to shut down all the interstates for the funeral procession. You would have thought the president had passed away. So that's how big they were in Texas. But and I'm not going to cover all the Von Erich deaths because we got a lot of other tragedies to go to. But this was the first in 5 deaths? David, Mike, Chris, Carrie. Yeah, 4 of them.
Wow.
That started this death right here.
Well, I mean, Jack Jr.
Yeah, but I mean of the wrestling brothers. Yeah. So 5 brothers total. Are gone. And this was the first death to start. And it didn't just start that. This started the downfall of world class because you lost. He was a pillar of that family. He wasn't the best wrestler, but he had the best business mind. And I believe that world class would last a lot longer had he not passed away. I think he would have inherited or taken over the business from Fritz. And
I remember that, Chris. I remember that from the movie.
Yeah.
You can't take a lot from that movie though.
No, you can't.
No.
There's a lot of misinformation in that
there's too much holes in that movie.
Yeah. Hollywood always has to make their twist on a movie when they take a hold of it.
And this guy that made the movie, the director of this movie, was a fan, so they're going to probably put him in the best light. Now, the Von Erichs had some issues. They're great guys, but they had issues. I mean, you have success at such a young age. You have access to things you shouldn't have access to, and you do it to excess. So that's what happened. And
what's up, Michael?
Wait, I mean,
yeah,
too much highway, exactly. Hell, Michael,
is there? So I'm not familiar, so I have to play ignorant. Is there validity to the way the dad was and is as cold as he was?
It depends on who you talk to. The commentators, if you watch the Heroes of World Class documentary, it's on YouTube. I have the DVD. But look up Heroes of World Class.
Cut. Yeah, you want to watch the director's cut.
Yeah. Bill Mercer, the announcer for World Class, him and the producer, Mickey Grant, were interviewed, and they said that a lot of things Fritz did with those boys was suspect. Kevin said he was a good dad. He said they didn't push us into doing anything. So it depends on who you talk to.
But would you really say your dad's a bad dad? Like in hindsight, and then that's the bad part about this. Like with this story is, all they wanted to do was make their parents proud and happy.
Yeah.
They lived that dream. They lived in a time where, can you imagine having the Von Erichs in the late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah.
Different time. different time, different way of thinking, different culture, different everything. And it's just like, it shows you how ahead they were, but and in turn, how behind they were in their frames of mind and thinking.
Yeah. Now, Fritz in an interview one time said he would kick their tails when they kicking, but he said that he wasn't afraid to show emotion or affection toward those boys. He said, if I want to kiss my sons, I'm going to kiss my sons. He said, I'm not going to be a sissy. I'm not worried about being a sissy. So I think he was a loving father. He was a loving father, but he was also a firm businessman, and I think he had a problem balancing the two.
Well, he was probably the best promoter at that time.
Yeah.
In that 6 or 7 year time block, even better than Vince McMahon.
In the movie, was there any
storyline?
In the movie, was there any validity to the ranking system he had for his kids?
Yeah, Kevin said.
Kerry was number one.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine Mark? Can you imagine Mark or Ben or anybody like, yo, you're sitting at the dinner table and be like, yo, your brother's number one, number two, you're number three, Ben.
No, he straight said it.
Yeah, Kevin said that.
But do you like, as a mental health person, somebody like, do you have no idea what that would do to your mental health to be like, Ben, you're the last person my dad's gonna think of. Your dad's gonna think of as who's the top of the family.
Well, that hit Mike at the table too when he said it.
And you essentially think about it, man. If you look back at it, he treated Kerry more like the baby than he treated Mike.
That's right.
And the reason why was because Kerry was the baby when Jack Jr. passed away.
Right. Yeah, he had an attachment to Kerry.
Yeah. Now, I only know the rankings 1 through 3. Kerry was number 1, Kevin was number 2, and Dave was number 3. And the reason Dave was number 3 was because he had the same personality as Fritz. They clashed. And Kevin said this. Kevin said that David was a lot like, he was redheaded. He was had a temper just like his dad. He said, but I was okay being number 2 because I wasn't number 3. So, yeah.
I just think about as a dad, like I'm sitting at the dinner table and I'm looking at my kids and I'm like, you're number 1 and you're number 2. Like, yeah,
let's be honest. I just seen the comment. Let's not count Chris and Mike.
Right.
Because they wasn't stars. And Fritz knew it.
Yeah.
Fritz knew where his money was at. It was Kerry.
Oh yeah, his talent, his voice that were
and then that's the flip side is, can you imagine the weight on your soul?
But Kerry sucked on the mic.
The way you carry on your soul knowing that your family doesn't believe in you.
Right.
Like,
and
I can understand.
That's what hurt Mike and Chris.
I can understand their plight of their demise in a sense, but at the same time, like, how could Fritz not sit there and be like, yo, it's not my it's Fritz should, to me, it's Fritz's fault.
Yeah. But they seem fine with it.
I take this from a very smart man once said, if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. Back's a good point. It could be worse. You could be number 6 out of 4. Not like that. So we'll move on because we got 14 to go here, guys. So David was a definite blow to if not professional wrestling altogether, world class. I mean, that was a death blow to world class.
He's always going to be one of those what ifs.
Yeah, exactly.
Top what ifs.
Exactly. Our next one is also world class. Actually, the first 3 are in world class. Our next one is Mr. Gino Hernandez, the handsome half-breed from Highland Park, Texas. And for those of you look at that belt, that is the original paint scheme for that belt, that Texas belt, the red and gold. A lot of people think the red and blue is the original. Nope, that is the original paint right there. I know it because I remember when that belt debuted. But Gino, man, what can you say about Gino? He's a great heel. Great heel. He was the MJF. He was the MJF of his time.
Wow.
He was MJF before MJF was MJF. Not to that extent, but I mean, he could. I never saw him as a babyface, but I did hear that he was a babyface very briefly. But he made much more money as a heel. He was, I think, trained by Jose Lothario.
Leather guy.
What's that?
Oh no, sorry, my phone went off.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard leather guy. Somebody call? But Gino saw great success in the Houston area and in world class. He had a brief stay over in the Georgia territory, where he famously held a picture of him with Farrah Fawcett Majors. He dated her briefly. Great looking guy. His real name was Charles Wolf. Changed his name to Gino Hernandez to match his.
I could see that.
Changed his name to match the heritage. Although his mother was Caucasian, his father was Hispanic. Great on the microphone, very believable as a heel. As Gary Hart would say, he loved the cocaine. He said he would go over to visit Gino at his apartment. Gino had a little sugar bowl on the coffee table, and he'd be sitting there visiting, and Gino would take the lid off the sugar bowl, take a little stick there, and he'd just snort the cocaine like it was a party favor.
Like he was Tony Montana.
Yeah, exactly. And he bragged about the lifestyle. He drove the red Corvette, drove it fast. In fact, when he came up here to this area, I got a picture I took of him with that belt, by the way, and I tried to pull it up on Google. I found out that picture is copyrighted, which is hilarious because I have the negative in the box over here of that picture.
Wow.
But he got a speeding ticket leaving the arena, and I heard he threw a fit with the troopers. Don't you know who I am? So,
wow.
Did not know that. That's interesting. Oh,
That's
Damon?
great. That's crazy. What's up, Damon?
We're getting to that. I don't know this name, but hello. Yeah, I agree. And yes, he held 3 titles at once. He had the Texas, American, and the 6-man tag. That's right. He sure did. But anyway, I guess at some point later in his career, his very short career, he got a little paranoid. Don't know whether it's because of the drugs or because of the people he hung around with, but he was known to have hung around with some pretty heavy hitters in the Houston area. I don't know if it was gambling or drug. I think it was drugs. And he owed some money. He went to
That's on hold.
Okay. So he went to David Manning, the booker and the referee there, world class. He said, "Hey, I need to borrow a gun. I just something's going on. I need to borrow a gun." He was very nervous, and he didn't show up for an appearance. And Rick Hazard, another referee in world class, went to go check on him and found him dead in his apartment. He had been dead a couple days.
Jeez.
Had already started to
ferment.
Ferment. Yeah. And so they said that there was no obvious signs of a struggle, and but they believe that he had let his killer. They don't believe it was a drug. The official cause was a drug overdose, but I guess the rumor is he had enough cocaine in his stomach, which is kind of weird, that would have killed a horse.
So it was somebody he knew, and he was familiar with.
That's the speculation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the speculation. But okay, I'll put this question up here because that's
what I said
Absolutely.
earlier. Yep.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Now here's my thing though: would he have overpowered Ric Flair?
Well, wait a minute. What if he was in before Ric Flair?
Oh no, Ric Flair was the original horseman.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying what happened if Gino would have got up there and Ric Flair didn't get up there? If Ric Flair never became who he is?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a lot to go on that because, like, what if the airplane crash didn't happen?
Hmm?
You know?
Absolutely, yeah.
So I mean,
but he could have actually been a horseman. Now I can see this scenario, him taking over the horseman from Flair. I can see that happen, or a power struggle there, because he had a very strong personality. Although he was
because those two powerful personalities, it would clash.
Yeah. But at his funeral, which was held in Houston, I think he's buried in Houston. Some very sketchy figures in suits actually paid for the funeral, handled the funeral. If you watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode, they went to his mother and said, "We'll take care of the funeral," and so it was a weird funeral, what I understand. So, But this was another blow to world class because he covered the territory after David had passed away. As a matter of fact, he made his reappearance in world class at the Dave Von Erich Memorial, and they were going to start a program with him against Chris Adams because they had their breakup, and obviously it didn't happen. But yeah, he could have been a much bigger star than what he was at the time of his death. So. Yeah, he and Tully Blanchard were tag team champions. They had Southwest Tag Team or Southwest Championship Wrestling in Houston.
Yeah, Gino gave me that Ric Flair vibe too.
Yeah, I don't know if he would. I think he could, but I think I could see a power struggle there. I really could. But because they both thought they were it. You know?
Now, what about him and Tully as a tag team instead of Arn and Tully?
Oh, I think they would have been great. They had the chemistry. They had history together. So
that would have been good too.
Yeah, it is. And I had him on my list, but took him off because he was on the backside of his career when that happened. So,
just so you guys know, YouTube is not letting us see who your name is. So if you're a first-time viewer, let us know.
Yeah. It took real name there for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Hey, happy New Year, babe.
Hello, Megan.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Thank you. But yeah, Gino is another big what if story. Another big what if story.
But don't be telling everybody what you're gonna do to her tonight, Konnichiwa and stuff. You know? Man, this guy.
Okay, another big death, and then I'll let you guys take over some of these because these are the ones I'm familiar with. And this guy was big in world class, but he was big all over the world, especially in Puerto Rico and Japan. And I'm talking about Bruiser Brody.
Oh yes.
What was his real name? Dang it! Frank Goodish. Frank Goodish, aka Bruiser Brody. He was a father.
Wasn't he a substitute teacher at one time?
No, he was a sports reporter.
Oh, okay, that's right.
I think it's San Antonio or Austin. There's a picture of him with short hair, no facial hair, behind a typewriter in a newsroom at some newspaper he worked at. He was actually a sports journalist.
Oh, hey, Shailene. That's Shailene. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, Shailene.
That's who that is.
Thank you for watching. I know who she is too. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that. Be sure you like and subscribe. I forgot to mention that. I'll get that in a minute. George Steele. Yeah, George Steele was a teacher, the animal. I will get to that. I'll get to that. Bruiser Brody, I mean, man, he was a big star to be with. He was a wild man. He hailed from Albuquerque, New Mexico, but I think he resided in Texas. He had famous feuds with Abdullah the Butcher, Kamala, all the big monsters in wrestling. They would bring him in too, and I don't think he ever had a pinfall against any of those guys. It always ended up in a big brawl, not in the ring. It ended up in the stands and the fan seats. He'd swing that chain. He'd throw chairs. I mean,
that was my question. That was going to be my question. Was he the one that first started carrying the chain?
Oh, I don't know, but he was good at it. Had the furry boots on. I think John Nord copied his style.
John Nord did.
Yeah.
He did him.
Yeah.
To
Nord the Barbarian.
see him as a father figure, you know what I mean? Compared to his character, it was like night and day, you know what I mean?
Yeah. His wife said in the Dark Side of the Ring episode that when she dropped him off at the airport, he would pull the rubber band out of his ponytail. He would switch over from Frank to Bruiser as he's walking into the airport. He was a devoted father. He was seen at Six Flags Over Texas in Dallas with his family.
What's up, Jason?
Many times. Oh, let me catch up on this. Hello, Jesse Santana.
Happy New Year, Jay.
Yeah. Fritz took him under his wing. I think he did a favor for Fritz by taking care of the boys somewhere. I don't remember, but Fritz kind of adopted him as not a son, but kind of took him under his wing. And he
the one that allegedly pulled the drugs from what's his face's locker room when they found him dead?
David?
Hotel room.
Yeah, he supposedly found drugs and flushed them in the toilet. Is one rumor. Now there is video of a funeral for David they held in Japan before they shipped him home, and Bruiser is sitting in the pew holding a yellow rose with tears rolling down his eyes. A rare show of emotion. And there's also a video of him walking up to the crate when the actual casket was a shipping crate, leaning over the casket, kissing him on the head. But he's big in Puerto Rico and in Japan. And the rumor was that he was wanting to take over the territory in Puerto Rico, or one of the bigger pieces of the territory, from Carlos Colon, who did not want to sell out. Who else was involved in that deal, Ben? I think you know about this. There was another party involved in the deal.
Gonzalez?
No. Somebody in. Gorilla Monsoon.
Gorilla Monsoon.
That's right.
Gorilla Monsoon, yeah. And don't know the intimate details of what happened or what led up to this, but there was a conversation happening in the locker room. They stepped into the shower where there was a wall dividing the shower from the rest of the locker room. There was a incident that happened. Some sounds of pain. Tony Atlas tells a story, and he makes this horrible sound. Tony Atlas got that deep voice. He said it just horrible, and there's blood everywhere, and basically he stuck a knife in him, and I guess ripped up his abdomen. Jose Gonzalez.
Yep.
Jason, hello, Jason Cortez. Happy New Year to you, by the way.
And that's one of the things is like, dude, a stabbing so personal. Yeah. Like that's like shooting somebody is entirely different than stabbing somebody. If people don't understand, like
you do it from a distance.
Yeah, stabbing somebody, you're face to face, you're nose to nose, you're breath to breath to this person.
Yeah.
And to stab somebody like that, that's like they always say stabbings are like a crime of passion.
Yep. She said it perfectly right there.
This was the thing about this. Now, he didn't die immediately. He died in the hospital the next day. But they had trouble getting him out of the arena because it was, I guess the crowds there are just wild. And they had trouble getting the paramedics in to get him out. Tony Atlas carried him out of the arena, put him in the ambulance, rode to the hospital with him, called home, reported what happened. He went to the hotel because they said he was going to be okay. He went back the next day. They said he'd passed away. So don't know what happened at that time either. But Bruiser supposedly told him, "Don't let me die," or "Don't let them kill me," or something to that effect. And so Tony Atlas was at that point, although it's too late, had become his bodyguard. And I think it's had a profound effect on Tony Atlas because he saw a lot. He saw a lot. But really, really sad. Jose Gonzalez was not. He was charged with the murder, but some controversy there. A lot of the witnesses that were there received their subpoenas about a week after the trial was held, and because there were no witnesses, he was found not guilty.
Wow.
So apparently, some politics going on there, some greasing of palms, and a lot of wrestlers have said and vowed they will not step foot on Puerto Rico soil ever again because of what happened. Supposedly, Carlos Colon had something to do with it. He ordered the hit. Another story was that Jose Gonzalez was getting even because Bruiser had beat him up in the ring prior to that. Mm-hmm. So there's no real proof of what happened or an official story, but other than that Bruiser Brody's no longer with us. And he could what could have happened with him had that not happened, because he was big everywhere he went. He drew money. He claimed self-defense. Yeah. The Hill Ripshot.
What's up, Ripshot?
That's right. That was another story was he was trying to bully his way into getting part of the territory, and he found somebody that was a little bit bigger than him that was actually smaller than him. He brought a fist to a knife fight.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Sheila.
There's a lot of people that claim that they were there. Flair said he was there, but nobody else ever said that, but Flair said he was there. Not Blackjack Mulligan. Who was that guy that had the hair all over his body, had the long beard? He was there. He actually narrated part of that Dark Side of the Ring. But anyway, could have been a lot more money made, and I don't know what could have happened to the business. He could have been a promoter somewhere. I don't know. I don't think he had the discipline for it because he wanted things his way. You know, he no-sold that match with Lex Luger in that cage down in Florida. Lex Luger climbed out of the cage because Savio Vega,
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think Vince would have ruined him. I don't think he would have let that. He'd have left the territory before that ever happened. No, he was a different personality. He was not to be bullied. Gary Hart said that he lived very simply. He would carry always several cans of pork and beans in his backpack. Other things I can't remember what they were. He could tuna, cans of tuna.
Was it sardines also? If I remember correctly,
I heard tuna and pork and beans.
Okay.
Skandar Akbar told that story. I'm sorry, it wasn't Gary. It was well, actually, they both said that. But he could have been a lot bigger star. And he was a big star then, but he could have a lot bigger star. He had a few miles left in the tank. But he was in the first main event I ever went to in person. Him and Kamala were the first main event I ever saw in person.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that when you seen him, his character, you didn't know he was a good father. You know what I mean? You didn't know the behind the scenes how he was. A lot of these guys that with characters like his, you thought they were just their character 24/7, but you didn't know how they were behind their personal life.
Shaylin, that match, I saw that match. It happened in Dallas in the Sportatorium. Mark Calloway, the Undertaker, was actually in a mask wrestling as Texas Red. Mm-hmm. And he told the story. He said that Bruiser Brody beat the absolute hell out of him. And I saw that match the other day. It showed up on my Facebook feed, and there's a world-class group I'm in, and he got the crap beat out of him. Bruiser was like it. He would shoot on you. If he didn't like it, he would shoot on you. There's another guy. I can't remember the guy's name. He was a jobber in World Class, and he came out of the ring. Bruiser came out of the ring, and the commentator caught him backstage. He said, "What happened there?" He saw the guy pissed me off. He said, "What'd you do?" He said, "Beat the hell out of him," and he did. So Bruiser was larger than life. He was larger than life.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll move on. We're going to go through hour number 2 on this one, guys. We might be able to get to our other topics, but we'll go
squeeze it in there.
We'll squeeze it in there. Our next one is, since I find him, because these are not alphabetical order here. Here we go. I think a lot of people can see this or relate with this one. Mr. Bagman TA, Terry Allen. Mm-hmm. Not a death.
Yeah, we're not mentioning just death, guys and girls. Yeah. We're mentioning tragedies altogether.
Yeah, most tragedies involve death, but a lot of them do not. This is a tragedy because his career was cut short by a car wreck. He got to start, to my knowledge, in World Class. He might start somewhere, not World Class, Mid-South. Had a feud with Mr. Wrestling 2 over the North American title. Ended up going over to Jim Crockett Promotions and enjoyed a lot of success with the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. Had a great feud, best of 7 series with Nikita Koloff over the U.S. title. He was almost also rumored as being next in line for the NWA Heavyweight Championship when he skidded off the road with his Porsche on a wet road, crashed into a tree, and damaged some vertebrae. And
like Shayla said, what if that didn't happen?
Yeah, what if? Another big what if story.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Think of all the matches we could have had.
Yeah.
The possibilities.
He's still with it. He did some commentary after this. So we kind of healed up where he could come back. He was able to walk a little bit with some aid. Cane. He now uses one of those
uses one of those little segways, I think, or a lark. Yeah. One of those lark things.
Segway. He wears a brace on his leg. But he was a commentator in Jim Crockett Promotions for a while. I thought he was a really good commentator. He's got great voice for commentary. His interviews are great. Well, supposedly that wasn't his fault. He wasn't speeding. He just hit a wet spot in the road, or maybe it was a curve, and just lost control of the car. And those cars have power, and they overcompensate for the wet roads. But he was found to be not speeding, so it really wasn't his fault. I didn't know that.
Nice.
Did not know that. Yeah, he's been to a lot of Q&As. There's some great Q&As with him and Tully Blanchard. It's really interesting to see those two guys who beat the living crap out of each other in a bloody match, the I Quit match, that are sitting there having reminiscing like they just won the state championship in football. You know, these guys wanted to kill each other, but and as a matter of fact, Magnum is married to Tully Blanchard's ex-wife.
Right.
So, but
yeah, Damon and Shayla both make great points.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It also turned Nikita Koloff heel because I needed him to fill that void with Dusty Rhodes.
Mm-hmm. Now
So,
Barry Windham wouldn't have got the push that he got if it wasn't for Magnum's injury.
That's possible.
Wow.
Yeah. Totally said, yeah. Damon has a question for Ben. Didn't Jermaine give him a U.S. belt? Somebody did. I don't remember who, but somebody.
No, it wasn't Jermaine.
Who was it? I remember that happening, but I can't remember who it was.
It was me.
Ah, okay.
Don't give my credit up. Well, it was on behalf of Championship Belt Brothers. We gave it to him.
Nice.
That's
I've
awesome.
seen pictures of him with that belt. Not this version of the belt, but
yes, that was my U.S. title.
The Luger U.S.
No. So
okay. Somebody gave him a Luger belt too.
I think so.
Yeah, I've seen with that. I haven't seen with this one, but I remember y'all gave it to him. Yeah.
No, don't blame me.
But yeah, a lot of things in wrestling were affected by his having to retire because of the injury. Because I mean, he was next in line for the world title according to rumors. And there are rumors that's why he lost that best of 7 series so he could focus on the world title. But we'll never know. So we'll do one more, then we'll transition over to hour number 2. Who should we talk about next? Let's see.
I think it's somebody that fell from the sky that deserves to be talked about.
Oh, yeah. Owen Hart.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't catch the reference.
Yeah.
I mean, he just does because, like, I mean, think about it in hindsight now. Like, he was better than his brother.
I can't argue with that.
He was better than his brother. He had more range than his brother. You know, the Blue Blazer, Owen Hart, and the whole Nugget, and the whole. He just had. He had the wrestling, but he had the it.
Now, could you consider Owen the best there is, the best there ever will be?
No.
I don't think he had the same charisma as Brett.
No.
But he was an all-around great guy, known for ribs. I mean, he was one of the best ribbers.
Another good
It's
father.
a weird comparison. You know who I'm going to compare him to?
Who's that?
Dom Mysterio.
I can see that.
Just have the range. Has the range to be a heel. Has the range to be a nugget. Has the range to be a champion. Just has that full range. There's no limit.
Yeah. Very talented on the microphone. Very talented in the ring.
Oh, yes.
He wasn't afraid to try anything, which led to his death, by the way. He had that famous feud with Bret Hart, his brother. How long did that last? I thought that was a disaster myself, by the way.
Those matches were good though between him and his brother.
Well, I know, but I just don't see too. I mean, just like the Usos are feuding, I just don't buy brother versus brother like that.
It was kind of looking into like you were looking into like a mirror. You know, both of them fighting each other.
I like the sibling rivalry. Did you have a brother, Mark?
No, I have a sister.
Oh, so yeah, you know, I mean, you had the sister, but you know, I had the brother too, and you know, there's just always that that need, want, or desire to one up your brother.
Mom likes you best. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's
Now, my
your
question,
number one.
Now, we all know what happened to him. He came loose out of his harness, fell, what, 65, 70 feet? Hit the ring.
Truly a terrible
how far?
tragedy.
How far?
85 feet.
Oh, 85 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Even in death, I guess the rumor was that when he was falling, he yelled, "Get out of the way," or "Look out," or something like that, because he wanted to hurt anybody
to the
else.
ref.
Okay.
The ref he was going to land on, and apparently he yelled, "Get out of the way." And
yeah,
the rumor is he might have made it if he didn't try to stand up from, because he had the broken neck. And would he try to get up?
Well, when you have trauma like that, you're not in your right mind. You just, I don't know. It's just, you really have no control. You're just trying to get into a comfortable position or trying to get your bearings. And so it was, I don't know, that's such a great fall. And to hit that turnbuckle and snap your head back, I don't think he would have survived that no matter what.
To break those ring boards.
Yeah. Yeah. And those wrestlers had to wrestle around that blood spot and that broken piece of the ring.
That's crazy.
This was his impact on wrestling. His death was that Vince will forever be cursed for going on with that show. Although some people argue that was the right thing to do, but most people would say it was not the right thing to do.
Didn't we say that Jerry the King Lawler actually ran from the desk down to the ring?
He went.
Well, he was next to the ring. The desk was next to the ring, but he went up to the ring. Yeah. But I mean, to me, if you had a label with all the tragedies, like if you take all the tragedies that have happened, Owen's probably the greatest tragedy the greatest tragedy that happened that was still preventable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was a simple clip that either was not appropriate for that stunt or malfunctioned. I don't know what was the official ruling on that deal. Was it faulty or?
I believe wasn't the clip like it was a reverse clip. It wasn't designed to hold the weight. It was designed to release upon weight. Yeah.
Well, supposedly he was hanging there and was adjusting on a suit, and that's what triggered the clip to release.
Yeah, because when the clip had weight, you just flick the clip and the clip opens up.
Yeah.
Kind of like the one that Sting used.
Yeah.
Where he just pulled it and it released him.
Mm-hmm. Now, did Sting stop doing that after that stunt, after that happened? Or
he did it for a while. He did it for a while, and then he stopped doing it.
Okay. But for this to happen,
can you imagine if that pay-per-view footage ever got out?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's got smartphones now. If we had smartphones back then, everybody would have had video of that.
Well, that would have been all over. That would have been all over the internet.
Thank goodness there were no smartphones back then.
Right.
But very tragic. But for that to happen in front of thousands of people, I mean, this is what made it such a great. I say great, not great in a good way, but such a great tragedy. It happened in front of so many. I mean, women, children saw this. I mean, can you imagine witnessing that, being in the front row?
I probably wouldn't have been able to stay for the whole show after that. No.
Yeah. People were talking about just the sound of them hitting the ring at that speed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're talking about a 215, 20-pound man falling 85 feet, probably hitting the ring at 40-plus miles an hour.
Yeah. I would think if somebody had to record live, it would have made it somewhere on the internet. I don't know.
Well, when it happened, they instantly turned the camera to JR and Jerry the King Lawler.
I'm not sure.
I remember that.
I'm not sure that cameras were aimed at the ring at the time it happened.
No, because they were playing a montage.
Yeah,
they were playing a montage during the thing.
They're doing the Blue Blazer interview.
Yeah, I listened to a couple of people that were interviewed, like that were there, and they were like, "Yeah, they're playing a montage," and then all of a sudden you heard this just loud thud, and they all pan towards the ring, and they see Owen try to sit up. try to get up and then collapse. And people were just like, yo, this isn't part of the show.
Yeah.
See, it probably did.
Yeah. Clickbait videos. Yeah, I've seen those too. I've seen those. And they're not even real. I don't know. Some people get off on that stuff. I don't understand that. But yeah. And to see Jerry Lawler coming back after going ringside and checking on him, you can see on his face it wasn't right. So he was shook up. He was shook up. It was awful. But yeah, it I mean, there's a big lawsuit. His wife will not allow him to be in the. They don't want. She doesn't want WWE on him, putting him in the Hall of Fame.
Which I understand, but like to me, like there's a certain. The WWE Hall of Fame shouldn't be for corporate things. It should be for the fans. And man, Owen at that time, if people remember, man, he was getting ripped. He was being called a nugget. He had heat. He was a champion. He was everything. Like, I just feel like he deserves legacy
right
to be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. So with that, we are going to transition over to hour number 2. You're watching Span the Globe on the DAV Network. Welcome back to Span the Globe. I'm Mark Maggard, joined by Richard, Ethan, and Ben. Andy is on vacation. He'll be back next week. Thank you so much for joining us. By the way, Andy, wish I was there.
Right? Enjoy your vacation.
Enjoy your vacation. It's well deserved. Yeah, he's hopefully where he's going has a Hogan's Beach shop. He's going to try to get there and hopefully get some good pictures. I think they were closed last time he was there, weren't they? He wasn't able to go in.
I think so. Or they were just opening and they didn't have a lot of stuff yet.
I think so.
They saw Andy coming and they shut that door down. They were just like, yo, we're not letting this beast in.
Yeah, it's a Span the Globe guy. Shut the doors. We are sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Leathering and by Ashley Southern Designs. And again, we are a part of the DAB Network, which also hosts the Double Dropkick podcast, as well as the Broadcast, which is on Tuesday nights. You're going to have a show this upcoming Tuesday, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Andy's had shitty pines.
Hey, and if y'all can do me a favor, jump over to the Big Boys Belt Group. Jump in this raffle. There's 5 spots left. We're trying to get it done. I got them right here, Mark. Throw them up. Throw me up on the screen.
There.
We got a Classic Shields Intercontinental yellow leather. This thing is just spectacular. Beautiful. Just ready to go. Then we got a Nawaz HD on AJ Giddings leather.
I love that belt, man. I just love the cut on it.
Both belts are on raffle. $55 for two belts. We're talking 2 belts, not one. We're talking 2 belts. 5 spots left. Grab a spot. Let's just get it done
tonight. Get those filled tonight.
Yes, win these belts. They need to go to a good home.
You can't beat a deal like that, even though it's a risk. It's $55. You get what?
1 in 26 spot chance.
And look at that.
Let's
you get a Classic Shields belt without the weight.
Yep.
Classic Shields, Nawaz HD. We all know Nawaz HD. We got AJ Giddings leather. We got the whole shebang. It's what you need for $55, bro. Take a chance. Let's get it done.
Shayla, if you want in on that, I'll invite you to that group if you want.
Yeah, go to Big Boys Belts and look for that post. I think I got it pinned at the top. And fill one of those 5 spots. Fill all 5 up. So I would do it, but my case is full. But they're beautiful belts. Whoever wins those are going to be, boy, lucky. So we're going to continue our discussion of notable wrestler tragedies. We might cut it short. I mean, we've had some pretty good discussions on some of these, but I want to talk about this one here. Let me pull this up here. Another tragedy that did not involve a death, although it did end up with a death, but that's not why it's tragedy. And I'm talking about the Draws, Darren Drozdoff.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
I was going to ask if you're going to bring him up.
I remember that match.
I was trying to find non-death tragedies. This is just a horrible thing. Horrible because it was an unintentional thing, happened in the ring. He was wrestling D'Lo Brown. What year was this?
Was it 90?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
94, 95? Was it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
99.
Oh, 99. Wow.
But he was wrestling D'Lo Brown. I think D'Lo Brown was trying to do a running powerbomb. And Draws was wearing a T-shirt that was fit kind of loose. And they both, I guess, say they contributed to the error. It was nobody's fault. They both made a mistake. Draws landed the wrong way, broke a couple of vertebrae in his neck, and became a quadriplegic. Lived for several years. Did continue to stay employed with WWE, although obviously not as a wrestler. But he stuff.
Botch powerbomb.
Yeah, remember D'Lo used to wear that catcher's outfit thing.
I know. Thank you.
You know, the gear.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, it was a two-way street there, though.
Yeah. They both. I mean, it wasn't negligence. It's just things happen when you do high risk stuff like this. And Arn Anderson touched on this last week. He's really concerned with some of those high risk moves they're doing nowadays. And
Darby Allin is one of the guys right there. Darby Allin. That guy's going to be paralyzed before the time he's 40.
Yeah. And I don't know if Draws would have ever been a big star, but he would have had a longer career had this not happened, obviously. And there's no telling what they could have done with him.
I could have seen him as
because he did the whole LOD 2000 or whatever it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About that.
Yes.
Now Vince had a nickname for him. You know what that nickname was?
Puke. He's gonna puke.
I remember that. What was that? Beyond the Mat when he did that?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. The website. Okay, I was reading up on this before the show, and I forgot about that. I'm glad she's watching. She's very helpful. Appreciate that. Puke. Yeah. Look at him puke. Watch him puke. They're just really sad. He was great shape. But look at that body. He did eventually regain some of his senses above his waist, although he never did walk again. He did have this really cool, look like an off-road looking vehicle. The
thing about Draws after the incident, and even just like a couple of years before he died, he had the best personality. He was a very just the way he spoke. He would, he was never down on himself, and he just spoke positive. And I heard D'Lo took it really, really bad. D'Lo blamed himself.
He did, but they both kind of reconciled the fact that they were both at fault, but weren't negligent. It's just one of those things where stuff happened. It was just comedy of errors.
Yeah.
Shayla, I didn't know you were old enough to have watched wrestling since 1985. I'm surprised to see that, but that's cool. Except for the bad and ugly part of it. You should have been around 1981. That's when it's really took off. But yeah, Darren Drozdoff, rest in peace.
Yeah,
what did he finally die of? What finally killed him?
I don't know.
Was it a heart attack? I think it was a heart attack, wasn't it? Okay.
I'm looking right now.
Okay. That I don't know.
Died of natural causes at the age of 54, June 30th, 2023, following complications from a career-ending injury. Left him a quadriplegic.
Okay.
She's an 82 baby.
Oh, okay. So she watched wrestling since she was 3 years old. Wow.
She's also.
I still got a year. I still got a year on her, so it's okay.
Yeah, she's also part of the Turnbuckle Throwbacks. So
that's right.
She's part of the group.
I was a sophomore in high school when she was born.
Wow.
And Jesse's
she's part of my Captain Planet. We're that age.
Just put it this way.
Captain Planet. He's a hero.
Jayla's about a year older than my wife. Just put it that way.
Okay. Oh, 3 years before I did. Okay.
But a class of 2000, best graduating class, right there.
Shaylin, if you're not already a member of Wide World of Bells, please join. Oh, by the way, I forget this in the first hour. We're trying to get up to 500 subscribers on the YouTube channel, Wide World of Bells YouTube channel. Once we get to 500, we're going to give away this beautiful Winged Eagle by Unique Championship Belts. It's dual plated CNC 4mm. It will be on my leather. This is my belt, but I got an identical belt, just the plates in a box. I'm going to put them on my leather. It'll come with a full belt tip, 2-piece full belt tip. But we got to get to 500 subscribers first. We're at 244 last I checked today. We're almost halfway there. So if you are not already a subscriber, please do so. And at some point down the road, when we get to 500, we're going to have a beautiful giveaway for this belt. Looking forward to it. I love mine. So I'll drink to that. And if you're not a subscriber, you better do it. You better do it.
Let me put those. And let's just make this better. If we get to 300 subscribers by February 1st, 300 subscribers, I will throw in a Rock 3D printed bust of the Rock's head. You can use as a
headphone holder,
as a headphone holder, whatever. I'll toss one of those in. If we can get Fan Globe to 300 subscribers, these guys work hard every week and deserve it. Man, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Takes a second.
For a minute there,
let's go for it.
I thought you were going to say a Nia Jax bust.
That's a big bust. I don't know if I can handle that one.
She's lost some weight. She's looking good.
She's starting to look even better now. I mean, she's good as a thick girl. I like her as a thick girl, but God bless her.
No, I saw Lincoln wrestle a bear.
But here's the thing, though. So I'm going to clue you guys in. So we're going to digress. I know second hour, so we're going to digress for a second. You know, Nia Jax she's a beautiful girl.
She is.
Yes,
she is a beautiful girl. You can't lie. You can't spin it any other way. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna clue you in to some. This is geometry. So I'm a robust person. I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy. I'm a big teddy bear. So what happens is I got to be with the smaller girl because two bigs don't. The geometry doesn't work.
Two wrongs don't make a right. So
I got to go. If you're a big, you got to go small.
Thank you.
Two bigs just doesn't work. So if I got small for some reason, I'd be all over Nia Jax. Until then, I'm saving myself for mommy or Bailey.
Hey, right. To me, this way, Nia Jax, as long as the girl has the best attitude, she looks good no matter what. She's skinny, thick, or short.
It's presentation.
Yeah, it's the attitude, man.
Yeah.
Right? And the outfits they put her in, I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're not flattering. Thank you, Shaylin. I appreciate that. That's 245 now. 245.
Her modeling pictures from when she was younger are nice pictures.
I haven't seen those, but I did hear she did some plus size modeling.
Yep.
And if we beat, hold on, I'm gonna go even better. If we beat the February 1st deadline of hitting 300 subs, I got a 3D printed set of Intercontinental plates, and that's a full 5 plates. It's the main plate, the side plates, and the logo plate, and a tip. You can have a little fun project you can do with your kid. Put it on a little strap, have a good time. We hit 300 subs, we'll give that away.
Nice.
I want to give these guys. To what they've earned, and what they're going to. Because you know what, these guys, phenomenal individuals.
Write all this down, please, because I've already forgotten half. I'm trying to load some stuff up here.
My wife seen her and asked me if that was a man.
I don't know.
Legend.
I've heard a name. Let's do a couple more, and then I want to get to something else I really want to talk about. But this is another.
I do have one subject. Towards the end, I would love to ask you guys one question.
Okay, all right. This one is also not a death, but it is a tragedy, and I want to talk about Sunny. Now, the tragedy behind this is she had so much potential and threw it all away because of substance abuse. I mean, she ravaged herself through the locker room. I mean, more people have been with her than haven't been with her. She capitalized on that. Now, don't get me wrong; she's absolutely beautiful, but
I still do it.
I guess, yeah. Well, you won't now. You wouldn't.
I still do it now. No. Here's the thing: is that magazine that everybody knows that issue of WWF magazine I'm talking about.
Yes, she went from Sunny Days to cloudy
That
nights.
issue of WWF Magazine got me through so many nights. Like I would just do it out of nostalgia.
Oh, I guess we.
Hey, I'll shoot you the boomerang and I'll grab the boomerang. I'll grab the boomerang with my teeth. I'll be like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it real. We can talk all the mess we want to talk about Sunny, but you know what? Yo, at this chick's prime, man, she got us guys that are in their 40s through a lot of days.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just gonna jump off of this for a little bit. Now, Sunny, another one is an actress from back in the day. Do you remember Kathleen Turner, how hot she was back in the day?
Yeah.
And now look at her. It's like,
woof. Oh, it's horrible.
But there's girls like that like, so I don't, there's this weird saying that say black don't crack, but you get some of these girls like Ashley Judd. Man, Ashley Judd was an immensely sexy girl.
Yeah, she was.
And if you look at her now, you're like, ooh. But I still do it just out of.
Well, that's because she got addicted to plastic surgery, which a lot of young girls do this, and it's horrible what they do to themselves.
Exactly, Sheila. Exactly.
Where am I going? Okay, here we go.
No, see, Sheila, I'm gonna disagree. I think Sunny was way hotter than Sable ever was.
I agree.
I think Sable was always 15 pounds too light. Maybe it's just me. I like a little bit more ganas on, but I just think Sunny was always
the man. I like that.
Even when Sable came out with the hand printed boobies,
yeah,
I'm like, yo, Sunny's like way better.
Yeah, well, Sunny walked around with a swagger.
Hey, wait a minute, Demond, what kind of plug are we talking about?
Yeah, Sable walked. Let me start over. Sonny walked around with a swagger. Sable walked around with attitude, and it wasn't a good attitude. It wasn't a good attitude.
I would even put Marlena above Sable in that era.
Kim Cattrall.
Okay, speaking of Kim Cattrall, Sonny went from looking like Kim Cattrall and Porky's to looking like Miss Valbricker.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
but man. I still hit.
Yeah, I still hit just back then. And
see, but that's the thing is, like, I still hit just on the premise of what she looked like.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Charlize Theron in Monsters Ball. Mm-hmm. I just do it because I know what she looked like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Sunny looked like that girl, the girl next door. You know what I mean?
Okay. So who's your top? Who's your top number one WWE girl of all times of looks? Just whatever reason. Who's your number one?
Me?
Both of you.
I'll probably get heat for this. She was on both. I would say Tori Wilson.
Oh,
she's still hot at her age right now.
Oh, and I'm drawing a blank on her name, but the one with the long legs.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Stacey Keebler.
Stacey Keebler, yes. Stacey Keebler, yep.
I'm gonna take this back, and I'm gonna go now because hindsight's 20/20, and I'm a grown man and I can appreciate the sexiness involved in it. I'm gonna go Sherry Montel when she's seducing the Warrior.
Yes.
Bro, tell me there's not a sexier.
Oh no! When I seen it with Ric Flair's robe on, with Ric Flair's robe on,
that's probably the best picture I've seen of her. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up here because we got a couple more we'll get to. But the tragedy in this was she had so much more potential and got hooked on the substances, the drugs, the alcohol, and not just ruined her career, but she's ruined her life. She's in jail right now for manslaughter, for driving drunk.
Yeah,
a repeat offender.
Yep.
So that's tragedy behind this, and the wrestling world lost a potential talent because she was talented. I mean, despite what she did behind the scenes in the locker room, and she came out the ring, she could draw money, but she could have been a lot more than what she was. But the substances took it away from her.
Now, do you think Candido would have still been alive if it wasn't for her?
That's the last one I want to talk about. I was going to talk about Eddie Guerrero, but we could spend an hour with him. But let's talk about Chris Candido. Let's close it out with Chris Candido. I don't know that let me pull this picture up real quick. I don't know that she had a lot to do with his death, because his death was really caused by the fact he had dental work done and he flew home too early.
I did remember that.
The altitude,
yes,
mixed with
that.
anesthesia, because he was still under anesthesia when he flew. You're not supposed to fly within a certain period of time after you've had anesthesia.
I do
He
remember
did that.
now.
He was going home to his mother's house, and he died.
Wow.
There's a picture here. Here we go, right here. Chris Candido. That's the. Was it dental work, or was it some other? He had some other surgery, didn't he?
Wasn't it a foot or something, a leg surgery or something like that?
Yeah. I don't know why I said. Okay, I thought somebody in the front door.
Yeah, I think it was a leg surgery.
Yeah. And if you hear that story, the funniest thing about Chris Candido I can think of is that
ankle surgery. That's right, Shayla. You're right.
Okay, that's right. He's on Dark Side of the Ring episode 2, isn't he? There's some documentary about his.
The man was a good talent, man. He was a good talent.
Great in the ring. That guy can move.
For a young guy.
But that story that Jim Cornette talks about, the drive-through, what was that? Dairy Queen drive-through. When he went off on the lady at the drive-through window, he gets out of the van, sticks his body through that window, starts giving her cussing. Chris Candido and Sonny were standing at the counter when he did that.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so they got his cause of death listed as acute pneumonia caused by surgical complications and a blood clot.
The
from
blood
his ankle
clot,
surgeries.
The blood clot, yes.
Because he flew too soon.
Yes.
April 28, 2005.
Wow. 20 years ago. 21 years ago. But really, really sad, because he was still so young, still early in his career, but he made such a dynamite impression in his
now would he have been one of the first small guy champions?
Possibly.
I mean, a contender that he could have been. I mean, his career actually flourished more when he was over in ECW.
Yeah.
There's like weird little like nuances on some of these guys, how they die, or like why they die, or like where they die. Like Ultimate Warrior, I went and visited his old gym in Scottsdale, which is now a bagel factory.
Yeah.
But if you go onto the patio of his bagel factory, there's still a slab of concrete where it has all his handprints. They drew his warrior mask is drawn, his signature's drawn, everything's there. And if you ask the bagel people nicely, they'll let you see some of the original lockers that were in the Warriors gym in Scottsdale. But then after the Raw event where he did his speech the day before he died, the hotel he was in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it was on Gold Dust Drive.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I want to plug this real quick because we've been negligent doing this. We were trying to get Dynamite Kid in the Hall of Fame for his beautiful daughter, the Dynamite daughter.
Yeah, shout out to Broadwin
Billington.
Dynamite doll.
She is an absolute doll. Real sweet. So we throw this up here to help the campaign to get him in the Hall of Fame. She's working on that. And she announced on this show not very long ago that they're going to start shooting a movie about her father's life.
Yes.
Look forward to that. So, Brahma, if you're watching, we're with you. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one up, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because we got to talk about, but we'll finish strong. Let's talk about Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he started off in WCW. He's a babyface, wrestled Lucha Libre style. He had the mullet, wasn't the big star there. He was starting to come up in the ranks, went over to WWE and just exploded. Ended up beating Brock Lesnar for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Check on Prime Video or HBO Max. Josie.
Change my mind. Eddie Guerrero cut the realest promo in the history of promos on that episode. I think it was SmackDown against Brock Lesnar when they were talking about his addiction. right before Eddie Guerrero won the championship. That was one of the realest promos where he talked about the addiction and it cost him his family and what the championship would mean to him coming back. I cannot find a realer promo. Like, and I'm not talking about like CM Punk's pipe bomb or nothing. I'm talking about a real life promo. This dude cut that promo on Brock Lesnar and then followed it up and winning the championship in Daly City a couple nights later. I think it was in your house or whatever it was. Like,
great
James Ryan.
He was a great heel too.
That WrestleMania where him and Benoit won different belts was good too.
He was, Benoit was devastated when he passed away. Won't go there with Benoit, but everybody in the locker room loved Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, he's hanging around.
Wasn't he one that either invented the frog splash or perfected the frog splash? He was known for the frog splash. That was his finisher, was frog splash. Drove the low rider down the ramp to the matches, and the guy could cut promo. I mean, he was great. He could talk. The cheating, where you throw the chair at somebody, hit it on the mat, and throw it at him and lay down. The cheating was great. This guy was
he cheated, he stealed. Remember?
That's right.
Dude, right. But fast forward to 2025 though. That's why I love Dom, is because he has that swag.
Yep.
He has that respect for the promo. He has that respect for being a heel, and he can do it, and he does it well and embraces it.
Well, the good thing about Eddie Guerrero and Dominic is Dominic makes a good face and a good heel.
Yeah.
Eddie made a good face and a good heel.
Yeah.
And that's why I see Dominic, even before he started growing the hair, and I kept on seeing more of Eddie in him.
His star was on the rise when they found him. Was he in the hotel? Passed out in
Chavo found him in the hotel room.
Chavo, yeah.
That's what Chavo. Right. And I think he was still alive, wasn't he? He hadn't quite died yet. He was passed out, but comatose.
Right.
But
and they said like he would just wrestle and like it was a weird comparison. I heard somebody compare him to Tupac because I didn't know Tupac had asthma. So Tupac would go out there and do a concert and he would just put his all into this concert and then be backstage just slucking on an inhaler.
Yeah.
And with Eddie with his heart condition, like he put everything he had into his show, and then backstage, it was a different story.
Shaylin, I wasn't a fan of that either. But didn't he die of an enlarged heart?
Yes.
You know what killed? Okay.
Yes, it was an enlarged heart from all the
drug abuse
history. Eddie
he gotten over the drug abuse. Didn't he get over the drug abuse?
Yes.
He was
getting over it, drug free, and the body just couldn't take it for so many years.
Okay. She said what I was about to say. The damage has already been done.
Eddie was one of the biggest little men, as far as personality went, and just his matches alone.
Could he then, or was he bigger than Stone Cold?
I couldn't say that.
So for the record, Eddie died of acute heart failure due to underlying arteriosclerosis, hardening of the arteries due to an exacerbated long-term abuse of alcohol and painkillers, leading to his sudden death in November 2005 at the age 38.
Wow. That's called the cocktail of death.
Yeah. It might have been Eddie Gilbert or Flying Brian Pillman that might have. Somebody died of a enlarged heart. I can't remember who it was. But anyway, yeah, he was on the rise. I mean, he was right there, right at the precipice, and about to really make a splash, literal frog splash,
right? Yeah,
in the business, and his life was cut short.
He was 4 years sober. Wow.
Yeah. So.
And it always happens to the people that try to change their life around.
Yeah.
After all that.
So Randy Savage died of an enlarged heart.
Oh Oh, I didn't know
with
that.
autopsy related. It was an advanced coronary artery disease, which caused fatal heart attack in 2011.
At the wheel of his
Mr.
Jeep.
Perfect. Mr. Perfect also had an enlarged heart.
He was on my list to talk about. I'll just run down a list real quick of people I had. I had Eddie Gilbert, Dino Bravo. That's a good one too. Interesting one to talk about. Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, and Arn Anderson. So that rounds out my list. And we'll revisit this. I'd like to revisit this because I'd like to talk about some of the Dino Bravo especially. That was a really weird deal.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, great topic, guys. Enjoyed that.
Would you put that next to Geno's as the worst tragedies?
No, because
put that worse.
Yeah, it was awful what happened to him. I mean, that man. I don't know if you could weigh. I don't know if you could weigh those tragedies. I mean, they both died under mysterious circumstances, but I don't know.
Mendoza, we would have to have a 4-hour show then if we mentioned Hall of Fame.
Damon, yes, he is still alive, but not all these tragedies involved to death.
Yeah, not all Scribe's deaths.
Yeah, he had a paralyzed hand, so we'll talk about it another time.
Wow.
Lanny Poffo died suddenly. I didn't know he was going for a wrestling convention. I knew he died suddenly, but we'll revisit this. We'll finish this list up another time, but I want to talk about this real quick. Let me find my list here. If you don't know, Peacock's contract with WWE has expired, so they removed all WWE content off Peacock and is being moved to Netflix. I checked earlier today. There are some of the pay-per-views up there, or PLEs, some a couple of WrestleManias. I think
isn't it the Attitude Era stuff too coming over?
Let me look here and see. Oh, I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing, but so if you have Netflix, you're in for a treat.
I was reading that, but at 4 a.m. in the Philippines, they were starting to get all the stuff over there.
Oh, okay.
Am I the only one that's getting tired of having to jump through hula hoops to figure out where to watch, like Monday Night Raw, where to watch SmackDown, where to watch a PLE, where to like? I already pay for my internet. I pay for, YouTube Live TV. I pay for YouTube Music. I pay for Spotify. I pay for Paramount Plus. I pay for HBO Max. I pay for blah, 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 blah. And then I go to try to find out where the Monday Night Football game is. And it's on
they
Prime.
Got, and I don't have the pictures on my phone, but there's a Survivor Series and Elimination Chamber. They don't have an icon for it yet. So I think they're uploading it. They got Night of Champions, just recently added. Money in the Bank, which has John Cena's picture on there. WrestlePalooza, Clash in Paris, WrestleMania, which was its last WrestleMania, and the SummerSlam. So it's some of those recent PLEs are on the Netflix menus as of this afternoon. There may be more now since we're talking. But I want to talk about this real quick. Have you guys heard about Ric Flair's drunk cameos he's been doing?
Oh my!
The wedding one. The wedding one.
The wedding one. Yeah.
He charged $600 to do a cameo. And said, we want you to congratulate this guy for getting married. He said, why would the guy want to get married?
He's like, don't get married.
I was trying to find the screenshot. I can't find it. I had it on my phone, but I can't find it.
He was so sloshed.
He was. Oh, here it is. It's on my.
Why would you get married?
So here's okay, here's the first one I read was, and this is the post. It says, yo, I paid $600 for Rick to sit in a restaurant, blasted out of his mind, and say my dad's name wrong. I paid for him to say Merry Christmas to my father, Buff. He called him Barf and just read the instructions word for word. I am super disappointed. I spent money on this. I would have got someone who actually puts the effort in for $600 to a regular person. That's a lot of money. I'm not going to give Christmas video to my father with his hero calling him Barf.
Jesus Christ.
But the wedding one was hilarious. Yeah, he said, my friend's getting married. He said, can you congratulate him? He says, Why would you want to get married? I don't have that one up here, but he's basically telling all the reasons not to, alimony. He's been.
They actually posted that video. Yeah, they posted the video, and it was like, oh my god, he did it at a bar, no less.
He was drunk. Yeah.
And then I still have these homers in my mind. Channing, you still got it.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, hey, why are you getting married?
Yeah.
You be out banging random like no tomorrow. Let's say you're getting married and you're logging down to the same vagina.
I agree with Shaylee, and I think Flair's living on borrowed time. He should. In fact, I think he died 5 years ago. I think the Grim Reaper just hasn't come up with the courage to tell him yet.
Yo, Flair ain't making that of 2026, bro. I'm just I'm throwing that out there right now.
We'll be doing it. We'll be doing a Tim Bell salute for him pretty soon. I'm pretty sure.
Jesus.
Sad, but that's the way he wants to go out.
Yeah, I heard
that's the way he wants to go out.
It depends what bar he's at.
He quit drinking after he almost died the last time, but I think he just finally decided, screw it. That's me. I got to do it, and that's his choice. It's sad for the rest of us, but that's the way he wants to go out.
I'm gonna just jump topics real quick, and that's the question I have for you guys that are on the screen.
Okay. All right.
We have waged the war of 2025. What's your greatest accomplishment, and what's to be the hope of your greatest of your 2026 accomplishment? What can you say that you accomplished in 2025 that you're proud of, and what do you look forward to in 2026?
I could say 2026, but I have nothing for 2025.
I'm hoping to accomplish retirement, which won't be full retirement, just retire from my current position and find something new. That's my current goal. Man, I accomplished having a workshop built in the backyard. I got a new leather workbench built. Obviously family stuff but I don't want to get too personal on that deal, but I've had a lot of accomplishments there. My daughter got engaged, which I had nothing to do with. But
you did. Don't sell yourself short. You did though. You raised a girl. You guys raised a girl to have good morals, to have good values, to understand what a good relationship is. And I think that's something you should take pride in is those accomplishments. And she sees what a good dad looks like. She sees what a good relationship looks like. And those are things that you showed that you've bestowed upon her. And I think that's something you don't sell yourself short on. Well,
yeah, but my personal accomplishments. I didn't propose to her, so which I'm proud of her. She's got a good job. College didn't work out for her, but she's found a diamond in the rough with her job and her fiance. So I'm very happy for her. My son, very proud of him. Just my whole family. I'm just proud of all of them. But my personal accomplishment is this workshop back here, which is still a work in progress, by the way. But the new leather bench is it's a big help. So,
me 2025, I would have to say family stuff was good, as always. And 2026, I'm gonna start letting. How am I going to say this? I'm going to start putting my hands in God more. And what'll be, what it will be, if it makes sense. And try and do things differently going forward. Making things better.
Amen,
mentally,
brother.
Physically. I'm going to start leaving my hands in God more. Not to be too religious, but we need that. I need that.
Okay.
But I'm going to go and I'm going to say, as I end 2025, I want to say thank you to the relationships I've developed. You got guys on the screen that I've developed relationships with. I got guys like Kevin that, I daily check on and pull for and just hope for the best for, Miss Logan. people that I value in my life, I just want to say thank you for being there. I got guys like Nick Carnival that, is a busy guy that takes the time to look after me, takes the time to ask how I'm doing, takes the time to like check on me.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it more than anybody will ever know. And so for 2025, I just want to say thank you for the relationships I built. And for 2026, I'm going to make it my bitch.
Ooh.
Because you know what? I lost a lot in 2025. I lost a marriage. I've learned a lot, like we're talking about pre-show. Man, I get home from work today. I'm cooking dinner. I'm cleaning the bathrooms. I'm putting a load of dishes in the dishwasher. I'm doing all those things that, I had to learn how to do and how to learn how to be good. And I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for everybody that just checked in this year and was just, how are you doing? And I love you all.
The good thing about it, Ethan, it goes way beyond the belt hobby, which is another good thing.
Yeah.
And I have to thank Mark for that also. And Andy. Andy's not here, but Andy, Ben, these guys, I'm on a chat with them almost every other night. If not, we're always in communication in the chat, talking. And it's not always about the belt hobby. I could reach out to these guys and they don't judge me.
And I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna jump back to Kevin though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump back to Kev and the relationship that we formed. And man, it's been an honor. It is an honor to be his co-host. It's been an honor to be a part of the Dav Network. It's been an honor to have these adventures and have these conversations and have these shows with him. Right now he's laid up and he's battling for you guys, and he wants to get back, man. He does. Please don't think he doesn't, but you know what? He's fighting his fight, and just say a prayer for him. Just understand what he's going through, and understand that, even if, his battle gets the best of him, he fought. He's a great human, a great person, a great friend, a great individual. That has allowed us to all be together, and I'll be a part of the DAV network. And I'll just,
I don't want this to come out.
I hate ending 2025, going into 2026 like this.
Yeah.
But just having my friend just laid up to where I can't communicate with him is very hard.
Yeah. If you're a praying person, he needs that.
Yeah. Like Mark and Andy and me were talking about a couple days ago, why I started thinking the way I was thinking about 2026 had a lot to do with Kevin. And just to see how he's still fighting, no matter what, he's not down. He's still fighting. And to see that, and I heard it, the power of prayer is real, guys. I believe in it.
It is.
I do believe in it.
It is.
Like I said, all religion aside, I do believe in it now more than ever.
Yeah, there is power in prayer, believe it or not.
And to put more out there, like let's make sure we pray for other guys that we don't necessarily think about all the time, that are out there that are lurking. Yep. You guys like Tony Leonidas Myers, that's out there, and he's struggling and he's battling through some ailments right now, and we want to put good thoughts and prayers into him. We want to put let's just focus on 2026, putting good vibes in the atmosphere.
Yep,
absolutely.
Let's be done with the hogwash and the BS. Let's just exude good vibes, because that at the end of the day, that's all we got.
Shaylin, Kevin is the host of the Double Dropkick podcast, and he's the founder of the Dab Network, and a great friend of ours, a great friend of the hobby, and so he's having some health issues right now, and could really use prayers. So
yeah, you can go back on YouTube and watch the Double Dropkick podcast, and you'll see his personality and everything just comes right through the camera.
Absolutely
great guy. above and beyond, another guy that you could reach out to, like Ethan said, wouldn't judge you. You know, he's a good guy. My prayers are out for him stronger than ever. And like I said, because of his situation is what's opening my eyes even more.
Yes. That guy.
Yes.
I want to touch on a couple more things real quick before we close the show. I want to go back to this raffle for these two belts. Tell me about this belt again real quick, Ethan.
Yeah, this is a Classic Shields Intercontinental on yellow leather, on Classic Shields leather. Phenomenal belt. Plates are beautiful. Then we got the Nawaz HD Winged Eagle on AJ Giddings leather. Got the tight cut. Beautiful belt. Re-leathered, American leather, just the whole shebang. You can get these bolts. They're $55 a spot. There's only 5 spots left, dude.
26 spots total up in big boys belts.
26 spots, big boys belts. Let's get it filled up. Let's get it done tonight. So the next Powerball,
and if
we can get it going.
If we get the spots filled tonight before midnight, he'll throw in a free V5.
A free can of rain.
A free can of rain. Right? Sorry about that. That was a joke.
That wasn't funny.
Yeah. I'll have a drink. And
then again, I want to make sure we understand we get Spanning the Globe to 300 subs.
Oh, that's right. Let's get 300 subs.
Get Spanning the Globe to 300 subs. We're gonna get you some 3D printed goodies.
Oh, okay. I remember that name.
So let's do it. Let's show these guys their hard work pays off, and let's give them 300 subs.
Absolutely. Let's make 2026 a great year for the belt hobby. We put away a lot of the drama. A lot of the drama is gone. A lot of the people creating drama are no longer power movers in the hobby. And let's just enjoy the hobby for what it is, collection of belts, sharing the love of the hobby, and just make it a great year. Have new belt days. Let's try to have a resurgence in the belt hobby. Hit those belt sales posts up. If you're looking for a belt, you can probably get a good deal. Instead of going through a maker, get you a belt that you don't have to wait for. A lot of great people in the group that have great belts for sale. Wild World of Belts have a belt sales post tomorrow. Friday sales post every week. Championship Belt Brothers has a belt sales post every week. I think they do theirs Wednesdays, don't they? It used to be Fridays, but they might do it twice a week. I don't know.
I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure.
Okay. You got Broken Belts Facebook group that sells belts that have issues, or they're just not really expensive belts. But this is the point I want to make, because much has been made of this. Buy what you can afford and what you will be happy with. Don't let somebody push you into purchasing a belt that you don't need, you can't afford, or you're not going to be happy with. If you're happy with a $2,000 or $3,000 belt, buy a $2,000 or $3,000 belt. If you can't afford one and you can be happy with a $400 or $500 belt, buy a $400 or $500 belt. If you want to go to Broken Belts, buy a belt that's a 2mm brass for $150. Buy that belt. If that will make you happy and will not break you from paying your own bills, do what makes you happy.
To me, all belts matter. No matter.
Don't worry about somebody else judging you. People will judge you.
Yeah.
But those people are losers. If they're going to judge you for what you have, I mean, that's just the most pathetic thing. But just being positive, buy what you can afford and what you can afford to live with and be happy with, and not sacrifice bill money or money to put food on the table with.
Yeah, me, I don't take this belt hobby as a status of my belts and stuff like that. What I own is what I like and what's in my budget, and I'm happy to have it.
And that's the thing is like Mark said, like don't get stuck in that. If you want a 2mm brass, get a 2mm brass. If you want a C4 from Colin, hit up Colin, and Colin's gonna get you the best crumb rind that you're ever gonna see in your life. It's gonna have the casted wrestlers and the casted jewel holders, the gauchos, and it's gonna be something that is gonna be the prize of your possession. But whether you spend $200 or $4,000, buy what you love.
Exactly. I mean, we've had people disappear from the hobby because of it, because they went so hard just to keep up with the Joneses, and look what happened.
Absolutely.
It's
I want I want to finish with this. We're running out of time, and I want to touch on this.
That would be an honor, Mark.
Hit me up. Hit me up after the show. We'll talk. We'll talk. I may not answer immediately because I'm going to be taking everything down, but I'll get to you as soon as I can. But give me some details on that. We discussed among ourselves honoring a viewer of the year. Have we done this before, Richard? Have we done this before?
We've only done one of the year, but this year we're doing something different. We're doing the top 5.
Yeah, and that's not a ranking of 1 through 5. It's just there's so many people that have been so good to this show.
Yeah, and it's not according to the number. It's just the way we have it.
It's just 5. Yeah. And we're going to miss some names, and that's just the way it goes. I'm sorry. I hate to leave anybody out. But
this is actually hard to do, though. This is hard.
It is. But I base it on engagement in the group. I based it on engagement on the podcast, and just generally, just good people that enjoy the show for what it is and the hobby for what it is. So I'm gonna put these names up. They're in no particular order. Okay, so keep that in mind. They're in no particular order. First, I want to start out with
one person.
Yeah, we couldn't think of one person. I mean, several names were thrown out there. I threw out a couple names. Rich threw out a couple names. Andy threw out a couple names. Ben threw out a couple names. We all came up with different names. So
yeah,
kind of compiled the list based on that. So let's just get on with it. We're going to honor Noor. Hello, Noor.
Malaysia.
If you're still watching. Thank you so much. You don't get a plaque or anything like that. We just want to thank you so much for being such a important part of the show every week.
And supporting us.
Supporting us. Chris Raines. Chris
watches not only in the group, watches the show. He's always there to help us. Yeah, he's always there to help us if we don't know.
You got to throw Lisa on that. You got to throw Lisa on that one too.
Yeah, and Lisa's there.
Yeah, we got a bonus, so we got 6. Maurice Buckner.
Maurice, definitely
another great guy in the hobby.
Great guy.
Wrestling Bonkers doesn't just support our podcast; he supported all the other podcasts. When they air, he's watching and he's commenting. And he's been a loyal viewer of the show the last several months, so we want to give him a shout out. Thank him so much for that. And also, last but certainly not least, our resident comedian, Mr. Platinum Swords.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I know he's had to duck out early here lately because of work, but he's never
no problem. Nor
he always checks in with us.
Mark, I got one more to add to that list. So we'll have
Terry.
AD Terry.
How to forget AD Terry?
Yep.
AD Terry. AD Terry.
Ethan said it, and I was right on my tongue saying it.
How did I? AD, I'm so sorry. Yes, we're gonna make it 6.
AD Terry's my man crush Monday, so I just can't forget AD Terry.
AD Terry should have been number 1 on the list. And I'll tell you why. Because AD Terry was watching this show from overseas when he was defending our country.
Yes.
And not only doing that, he was also sending me screenshots of his computer screen or TV or whatever he's watching it on, letting us know he was watching this show. And I feel so terrible because I don't know why. Because I always give him props. I didn't think about that. Again,
but no, it's just one of those things. It's past AD Terry. It's past Chris Raines. It's past. It's all these people that take the time to support a show, to support what you're doing, to just show you what you're doing is valuable, and we thank you. And
yes, definitely Cortez.
Your view, your comment, your subscribe, nothing goes unnoticed.
Like we said, we can go on and on about the viewers who watch and the guys who support us. We can go on and on. I mean, but
we could all put
Jim Mills. You got
Jim Mills. I mean, we only come up with 5 because we could put another 30 minutes on the show. But
look at Dozer. Look at Dozer.
Yeah, Dozer. Yeah. Sorry.
Always causing trouble.
Mon, you're a fairly new viewer, but you're on the list for next year. Okay, you're on the list for next year.
You're definitely on the hot list for next year, man.
Yes,
2026.
You're working very hard for it. Trust me. Jesse, I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I won't have to have you pay child support with that one when you get on that list.
Let me talk about Jason Cortez because we got one more minute on the show. Jason Cortez is not just a viewer. He's not just a member of the hobby, not just somebody that supports the show or supports the groups or anything like that. This guy is a true friend. Mm-hmm. He never fails to send me not a message, He'll send me a voice message every year on my birthday and wish me a happy birthday. Sing me in his beautiful voice, happy birthday in Spanish.
Come on, they don't make a belt small enough.
Yeah. You mean big enough. You mean big enough.
They don't make a belt big enough. Excuse me.
And not only does he sing me happy birthday every year, he called me this year. He didn't even send me a message. He called me this year. Called me on my phone.
Yeah, he always has that rock vibe. Every year I get the same thing.
Well, I was sitting there at my desk over here working because I work from home, and I saw my phone ring. I looked down and said, Jason Cortez. I said, I know what this is. And I answered the phone laughing. And all of a sudden, I can't sing in Spanish, but happy birthday. And I was just laughing through the whole thing. He went through the whole thing.
I remember the year he reached out to my son on his birthday. My son was having a bad birthday.
We don't want Mark to speak. We don't want Mark to try to speak Spanish because he's gonna be like super burritos and chimichanga.
I'm gonna sound like Ric Flair trying to say
quesadillas and chicharretas. I'm
gonna sound like a Ric Flair cameo.
Oh Jesus!
My birthday is February 31st. This is September.
Yo, hey, funny story. My dad's is actually February 29th.
Oh wow!
He was actually born on a leap year.
Okay.
So he was like 16.
One more thing about Jason Cortez, then we got to get out of here because we're over time. Jason was kind enough because he knew I was building some new kitchen cabinets, which, by the way, are still in process. I'm hoping to finish them up soon. But he was kind enough because he does carpentry work. He does steel work. He sent me a spray gun to paint my cabinets with. Use as long as you need to, send it back. And he did. So
come on, you're going to win most comical.
So AD Terry and Jason Cortez, you should have been in the top 5 to begin with, but I'm gonna squeeze you in there anyway. So
so we got a top 7.
Yeah, we got top 7. Yeah, and that's not top 7. That's just 7 guys that we just singled out. So.
Notables.
Yes. Yeah, notables. So we need to make notes so we can include new people next year. But you guys, appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. And on behalf of Ben, who left us early because he wasn't feeling well. Richard and Ethan, thank you for joining us tonight, Ethan. Be sure you check out the broadcast on Tuesday. Do you have a topic picked already?
We're gonna do just a 2025 year in wrap and see what we're looking for in 2026.
Okay, sounds good.
And I want to send more prayers and love to Kevin Davenport.
Yes,
absolutely.
As many as possible, guys.
Keep fighting the fight. We're here for you.
Yes.
Subscribe to Wide World of Belts on YouTube and get in that raffle in Big Boys Belts and get those 5 spots filled up. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.
Have a happy New Year, everybody. Be safe. We will see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.